Good morning and welcome back to City Girls with Country Roots. Today is definitely a harvest video, but I also thought that I would bring you along and show you a few other things. Like I peeked out here this morning and saw that I have a couple of my squash and zucchini plants that now have open flowers. So I thought I would also bring you along for a little bit and show you the hand pollination. Please forgive the background sound that it's quite warm, and so the air conditioner is already on this early in the morning. But the thing is, the trick is that people want to talk about cross-pollination and everything, but you can take, like in this case, I have right here, which is my dark star zucchini. As you can see, this is a male flower right here because it has no fruit behind it. But over here, I have a wonderful gold star squash. And as you can see, it has fruit behind it, and its flower is open at the exact same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and hand pollinate this. Not saying that I won't have some pollinators to come through to help me, but in case you just want to sometimes secure that, you can do it. There's one or two ways. I'm going to use a Q-tip, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get on in here, and actually I'm going to get that little cucumber beetle out of here. And I'm going to come in here, and I am going to collect pollen off of here and get it all on my Q-tip like that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm then going to take, and as you can see, here is the female. I'm going to take this Q-tip, and I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to kind of get it up in there. And I'm going to also take and rub it around on the outside. Hi, Bobo. Yes, my dogs are out as usual. And I'm going to rub that in there. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to definitely double my chances of getting this fruit to finish pollinating out. So hopefully that works. You can do it as several ways. I tend to like to use Q-tips to do mine, as well as sometimes I'll just take, if I have a ton of flowers, I will also take maybe the flower off itself and just kind of dip it down in there, so way you definitely know that it's pollinated. But also too, you guys, the blooms on these are edible. A lot of people love eating squash and pumpkin blooms, and they are very, very, very nutritious. But today, as you can see, I already got out my little yellow bucket, and I have all my trusty tools and ready, because we're going to be harvesting some cabbages. We're definitely harvesting more of the carrots. We're going to be harvesting green beans. It's just going to be a lot of different things we're harvesting, so the way we can put those in our vegetable boxes. So come along with me as we do this wonderful harvest video. All right. I couldn't go past, as I'm heading to do this harvest, I just thought I also would have to show you all the wonderful zucchini plants. As you all know, I had transplanted a few of them from their pots. A lot of them started off over here in these pots. Like this one right here had like 3. The one behind it had 3, and as you can see, that's also one of the ones that's fruiting. The one behind that we hand pollinated also it had 4 in there. So I thought I'll just bring you along so you could actually see how well they have done after being transplanted. In fact, each one of them now look like they're going to start putting on some babies. And these were, as I said, the Raging Tomato from the Raging Tomato video. And as you see, there's tomatoes on them and how well these plants are doing. This right here is just regular dieback. It's not ashy disease. I'll just come out and cut that off and everything. This right here, as you see, is another one of them that has just done really well with the transplant. I told you all too that I was going to be planting some lima beans, and here they are in their container. Yes, all 6 did come up which I'm thankful for. These are the bush variety of them, not the pole. And back here, I went ahead and planted some more Roma beans, and all 6 of them came up. They're growing in that container. But here's just a different view as well of those squashes that I ended up transplanting, squash and zucchinis rather, it's both of them, that I ended up actually transplanting into their newer containers. And as you can see, they are doing wonderful. The sweet potatoes are doing wonderful. And that basically everything now that has been taken out of either too small or too crowded pots are actually flourishing very well. So I'm thankful for that. People would ask if it's too late yet to still like plant stuff like squash stuff. And no, actually it's not. Especially if you know that you have another at least 60 to 80 days worth of growing. You can still right now put some seeds in the ground and everything. And those squash, especially squash and zucchini. Oh, let me show you this real quick. I forgot to highlight it on, since we're talking about things you can start doing again. Like right here is my salad mix again. There we go. It's growing too. I actually put those seeds in this month. And it's, of course, July, which is usually detrimental to lettuce. But anyway, you can actually start sowing all of that from seed again. You have more than enough time to do that. Far as tomatoes, you don't have time to like start one from seed. But if you already have like some transplants that are ready, especially those that are more like determinate, to where it's only going to take them no more than about 70 days. And I said, if you got at least 60 to 80 days still worth of your growing season, go ahead and slap you another tomato plant down in there. But as I said, you can't do it from seed. It would have to definitely be one that's ready to go in from a transplanted state. And I would say definitely determinate and not interdeterminate, because your interdeterminates require definitely a lot more, usually about 90 to 120 days worth of growth. So if you don't have that amount of time to spare, then I wouldn't probably chance it. But then again, who knows? That's how it makes gardening fun. Sometimes you do take the chances and you learn something. You guys, look at this bell pepper. Remember I told you we end up getting this one. This one's going to be a red and this is going to be a yellow. Let's get behind here. Yeah. And look how beautiful that pepper is. You know, if you still got some time, maybe you can go to the big box store and just go ahead and get you some of them too. It's because not everything you have to do from seed, not everything I do from seed this year because of my hand, but I've been fortunate that even we not getting it from seed, I've been able to get free plants. So that makes a little bit of difference. I've only made purchase about 1 or 2 of my plants this year. And other than that, I've been very fortunate to look up on free plants and people with dying plants and everything. So we're going to be heading in here and let's see if we can get a view of those. See those beautiful cabbages? Yes, we're going to be harvesting those. We're going to keep a couple of here, as well as a lot of them are going to go into my vegetable boxes. But here, let's just do a little scan of the garden. You can see that. Yes, look at those greens, aren't they popping? And then over there is some cucumbers and just different things. Oh, I'll make sure that when I get inside this garden to show you how the pole beans and some of my transplanted tomatoes are doing too. Okay, we're now definitely into this larger garden area where we're going to be taking on a lot of the harvesting. And here is that poor lone cucumber that I planted like way back when. And in the previous video, I told you I didn't think that it had survived, but it did. So it's coming along. I mean, it's growing on up this little bit of a trellis. I'd actually planted like 3 of them, and only the one survived. But here we go. Check out these pole beans. And they are starting to come up. Yes. Remember I told you in another video, I call myself going to pre-soak them like I normally do. But the only difference was I took and used, unfortunately, boiling water, which was something that I had never done before, like using boiling water. I always soak them in hot water no matter what. but I had never used like just some hot water from like the tea kettle. And yeah, the first set didn't come up at all. I was like, learned my lesson from that. But here, let's take a real quick looking view. I transplanted these tomatoes out, and forgive the shadows, about a week or so ago. And so they're doing really good. And so I've been really late with getting certain things out this year. But I'm going to actually, I'm going to zoom in, and you see a spot over there. I'm going to actually plant another, more like dwarf tomatoes. In fact, it's a tiny Tim. I'm going to put it in that spot right there between the basil, the peppers, and that other tomato plant. And so here's just greens gone wild, as I call it. Along in there with some kohlrabi. And so we're going to be coming over here and harvesting more green beans. Like, look at this. Look how beautiful. Let me see if I can get you in there real good. Look how beautiful this bean is. Yes, we're going to go ahead. I can't even wait. I'm going to go ahead and start picking a few of these right here. Like right here, right now. Yes, I have to get those in my hand. There's nothing like this. We just actually canned about, what is it? About 2 gallons worth of beans last night and about 10 quarts. So yeah, this will add some more beans to be canned here probably in the next week or so. And look at this. This is what I was saying about the Japanese beetles. Even though they tend to attack your green beans, this is one of my sweet potato plants. Look at that. If you don't keep them under control, they will wreak havoc on your plants. But here's some of my snackable peppers. Now this plant is one that we did buy. So I told you my sister wanted these. So we actually purchased these, and they have done really well. Look at all those cute little baby bell peppers, and they get no bigger than that. That's how big they get. They're not going to get any bigger than that. Over here we have cucumbers gone wild. Yes, we actually harvested some cucumbers off that. I didn't film it, but we got some new ones that are starting to come on, and I'm very, very excited about that. Let me put that up there. Oh, there we go. Now you can see that cucumber right there. So there's a baby cucumber in the making, and there's several more of them actually. Check that out. There's one right here. Yeah, there's one right there. White butterfly, of course. Always we can have it on something. And let me see if I can get you in here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see if I can get you in here. There's one that's still hanging below. So maybe in between the jungle of sweet potatoes, you will be able to see that gorgeous girl right there. Because there she hangs. Let me see. Let me keep moving. Oh, okay. Hopefully you can see her. But yeah, there she is. In fact, I might try to reach in here with my other hand real quick and show her to you. In fact, I'll probably end up harvesting her today too and everything. So, but we'll come back to that after I get through getting these cabbages and everything. But yeah, I just thought I would bring you along and kind of show you a few things of how things are going. Nope, still haven't had a chance to plant this out yet. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know if it's going to happen. I really don't. I'm going to try to make it happen. Maybe with some fall crops. I'm not sure. But normally I would have planted my tomatoes and my corn and my okra there. And I got them seeded. In fact, they're actually over there in the greenhouse. Okay. I'm not sure how much longer I will actually be able to continue the video. I didn't realize my next door neighbor was having their trees cut today. As you can see, those horrible monstrosities. We've had part of their trees to fall and hit our vehicles, so they're finally coming out and getting them cut. So I wasn't aware that they was coming out, so I would not have tried to make this video because it's going to be hard for you all to harvest and see what's all going on. But here we go. Let me see, I'm going to try to zoom you into this other cucumber. So this was saying plenty of cucumbers coming on. And we got definitely a lot of male flowers, and I'm getting now enough female flowers too. So it's going to be very interesting. And unfortunately, when you have vines like mine, you have to constantly keep looking because of how I did them this way to find out where your cucumbers may be. I had to trust last year. I pulled one off that was ridiculous in size. Oh, here's something you can see real quick. See, here's one of those snackable bells, and it's starting to change colors. So it'll go from like a green to yellow to red. Depends on what stage you want to get it in, but it's still edible no matter what. But let's get back over here real quick, and I'm probably going to have to put some music behind the harvesting part. Or either I'm just going to bring y'all back after I actually got them harvested, because I don't even think it'll be enough music to cover up the sound of those trees. And real brief before they finish cutting down, as you can see, here's my son holding the cabbage. No, you won't see his face. Baby, tilt it in. Yes, this is a cabbage that we have harvested. I said I won't be able to keep going to video because of the tree people, but I just thought I'll show you that cabbage. And now you can see the bed, as I said, because we're taking them out, but here are a few more of them that are being harvested. And real quick, we're gonna go over here and said, here's some of our baby bells. There's cucumber, here's some beans. So yeah, we're gonna continue with our harvesting and everything. So I'll try to probably do a inside the house video to finish this out for you all, because between now the wonderful puppies and the trees and just everything's going on, it's going to be hard for me to continue. And you know I don't do a lot of editing to my videos, and editing at all. Okay guys, real quick as they continue to saw this tree, but I did want to conclude. As you can see, here are our cabbages, our snackable bells, cucumber, beans, and of course we got some wonderful greens right here. And I couldn't let it go without having scarlet kale. Y'all know purple is my favorite color. So there you go, guys. And I didn't put a picture of the zucchinis or anything in here yet, just because you know, I've been showing those pictures, of course, on my Facebook and Instagram. But of course, a lot of this will go out in our box today. And I said I am going to get off of here and everything, because as you can hear, they are steadily cutting down these trees at my neighbor's house. So that's the thing about being in the city. You never know when things are going to happen. But yeah, so in our box that'll go out to our customers today, they will get greens from kale to like turnips. They will get the snackable peppers, green beans, cabbages, corn, just a whole plethora of food today. But I wanted to show that how bountiful and how thankful I am for God's blessings on my garden and God's blessings on me to be able to grow such things. So thank you guys. Tune in for the next video, and hopefully it will not be so loud in the background. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and everything. Well, here we go. Let me take this brief moment. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, if you're watching this video, you're already following me on YouTube. But if not, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and please be sure to share my videos. Yes, see you on the next one. All right, guys. Thanks.